Hello children, we will start this lecture from electromeric effect. So this is the second effect after inductive effect, electromeric effect. According to this effect, it is a temporary effect and takes place in the presence of attacking reagent only. Okay students, so at the time of attack of the reagent, this effect will come in existence, and as far as the attack will be complete, this effect will automatically diminished. Okay, so this effect come in existence at the time of the attack of the reagent on the substrate only. Electromeric effect involves the complete transfer of pi electrons. As you can see here, due to this electromeric effect, these pi electrons are shifted towards the oxygen, delocalized towards the oxygen, and that is why complete transfer of electron and the related atoms attained charges, positive and negative. Of a double bond or a triple bond to one of the bonded atoms, which is usually more electronegative. So the transfer of pi electrons from the doubly bonded or triply bonded relation to the comparatively more electronegative atom. Okay, as soon as the reagent is removed, the molecule comes back to its original position. So this transfer of electron is taking place only in the influence of reagent, and if reagent is not there, this transfer will not take place. And also, if transfer is completed but after the removal of reagent, then this transfer will change in its initial condition, okay, back to its original position. Definition: the complete transfer of pi electrons pair to one of the atom joined by a multiple bond is called electromeric effect. Direction of the shift of pi electron pair. So pi electron pair is shifted towards the more electronegative element. Second point, in case there is no difference in the electronegativity of the atoms linked to multiple bonds, then the pi electrons pair shift is decided by the electron of inductive on the by the direction of inductive effect. Okay, so as you can see here in this structure, SES3 is showing positive inductive effect, so that is why the delocalization of pi electrons towards this CS2 group. And here in the second case, if instead of CH3 here Cl is present, then due to the more electronegativity of the Cl, the transfer of these pi electron will be to this carbon. Okay students, then in case identical groups or atoms are linked to the multiple bond, pi electron pair may shift in either direction, as here. So both are similar, so pi electrons can move any one of the direction. Positive inductive effect. If the electrons of the pi bond are transferred to that atom to which the reagent gets finally attached, then the effect is called plus E or positive electromeric effect. Okay, so here the electron transferred to this carbon and the attacking reagent is joining to this carbon. So such type of effect will be known as positive inductive effect. Now negative inductive effect: if the electrons of the pi bonded are transferred to an atom other than the one to which the reagent gets finally attached. Okay students, as you can see here, the electron transferred to the oxygen, but this reagent is joining to this carbon. So this is negative inductive effect. When inductive and electromeric effect operate in opposite direction, it is the electromeric effect which predominates. Electromeric effect always helps the reaction to proceed. Okay, so electromeric effect is predominates in nature. Electromeric effect always helps the reaction to proceed, whereas inductive effect may oppose or help the reaction. The next is resonance. So according to this concept resonance, it is not in your syllabus this time, in organic chemistry or in chemical bond chapter, but here it is given, and without taking few points of this effect we cannot complete this chapter. Okay, so we are going to take this resonance hiding in a very short detail. So resonance, so most of the time, sometimes a single structure cannot explain all the properties of a molecule or ion. So in such cases, two or more structures are assigned to molecule or ion, but none of these structures can explain all the properties of that molecule or ion, but all structure together are explaining all the properties of that compound. Okay, so one structure is explaining few properties, next one explaining some other properties, third one explaining some other properties, and this way the all contributing structures of a particular compound able to explain all the properties of that compound. Okay, so the molecule or ion is considered as the resonance hybrid of all such structure. All such structures are called contributing or canonical structures. So different forms of a structure, different forms of the structure of a particular compound, ion or molecule, which are contributing for different properties of that compound, are known as contributing structures or canonical structures. As for example, for CO2, CO2 is generally represented as in this way. Okay, here the representation of CO2. These three are the resonating structures of carbon dioxide. Okay, and these all three together showing all the properties of CO2. So these three are the resonating structures or resonance structure of the CO2, or you can say contributing or canonical structure of the CO2. So resonance is also known as mesomerism. Okay, and the structure which is the hybrid form of all canonical structure is known as resonance hybrid. For example, benzene is represented with the help of these two different structures. These are contributing structure or canonical structure of the benzene, and the hybrid structure of these two is this one. This is hybrid structure or resonance hybrid of the benzene. Okay, students, so you all know that molecular formula of benzene is C6H6, and in this structure, in this first structure, hexagonal ring with 3 double bond at alternate position. Here also hexagonal ring with 3 double bond at alternate position. Then you can see here that the bond which is single here is in the double bond form here, and the double bond form which is here is single bond. Okay, so these are the contributing, these two are the contributing structure, and this is resonance hybrid of the two. So according to this structure, the position of double bond in benzene ring is not fixed. It should be in alternate position, but it can be started from anywhere and can be completed at anywhere. Okay, so presence is alternate only. So it means all double bonds are changing their position continuously, and that is why this ring is made inside to this hexagonal structure. This ring is showing that these double bonds are continuously changing their position. So in benzene, all these bonds are carrying double bond and single bond, means intermediate character of double bond and single bond. Okay students, intermediate character of single bond and double bond. Then none of the calculi structure, these structure contributing structure of benzene are given by a scientist. His name is Kekulé. So none of the Kekulé structure can explain all the properties of the benzene molecule. Okay students, now after this some resonating structures are given of different ions here. These are the resonating structures of ions, resonance structure of ions. These are okay, and these all ions structures are having same position of the atoms but difference in the distribution of electrons. Okay, so resonating structures are having same position of the atoms in respect to each other, but the electronic distribution is different. Then effect of resonance. Due to resonance, the nitrogen oxygen bonds in nitroalkane are of equal lengths, and nitrogen oxygen bond length is intermediate between NO and N double bond O bond lengths. Okay students, so due to the resonance, as I told you earlier, that in the case of benzene, that related bond, as you can see here, this is pure single and pure double. It means this NO relation are having in between nature of the bond of single and double. Okay, NO bond is not purely single bond and not purely double. They are having some in between character of single and double bond. So according to third point, the resonance hybrid is more stable than any of the contributing structures. Resonance hybrid. So out of these three structures, this is the resonance hybrid. So this is the most stable form out of these all three. Okay, resonance hybrid is the most stable form. Then in the case of iron, the charge density decreases due to the delocalization of charge, and iron becomes more stable. So resonance is also a way of distribution of charge, and due to the dispersal or distribution of charge, the unit becomes stable. Resonance increases stability of a molecule or ion. Due to greater stability, the molecule becomes less reactive. So resonance is also the measure of stability of the unit. If you are having two different units, one is having more resonating structures, it means that unit will be comparatively more stable. Okay students, then resonance energy. Resonance energy is defined as the difference in the internal energy of the most stable contributing structure and its resonance hybrid. So in the case of resonance, all the resonating structures of a particular compound are having about same energy, not equal energy, about same energy. It means they are having a little difference in their energy. So the difference of the energy of hybrid form and most stable contributing form, this difference of the energy is known as resonance energy. And more is the resonance energy, more will be stability of that compound. Okay students, then after this, conditions for resonance. The important conditions are The position of atoms in all the contributing structures remains same. The contributing structures differ in the position of electrons only. All the resonance structures should have the same number of unpaired electrons. So just note down these all important features of the resonating structures. Then the energy of the contributing structure should be nearly equal. Not equal, should be nearly equal. The next is resonance occurs among planar structure. Greater the stability of contributing structure, greater is its contribution towards the resonance hybrid. Okay, students. Then after this, resonance or mesomeric effect. Next heading. This is in your syllabus, resonance or mesomeric effect. Resonance effect or mesomeric effect is defined as the polarity produced in the molecule by the interaction of two pi bonds or between a pi bond and lone pair of electrons present on adjacent atom. Okay, so this effect, resonance effect, arises due to the presence of two pi bonds or one pi bond and one lone pair at alternate position. So resonance effect is represented with term R and mesomeric with M. So there are two types of resonating or mesomeric effect, plus R or plus M. Positive resonance effect or positive mesomeric effect. Okay, so this effect, groups or atoms which donate electrons to the double bond or to a conjugate system have R or plus M effect. So such groups which can donate electron are showing positive R or positive M effect. Okay, students, positive R or positive M effect are shown by groups or atoms which are having electron donor character. So such groups are, as you can see here, are saturated in nature. Saturated in nature means in these structures all bonds are single. Okay, so all saturated groups are showing positive M or positive R effect, as you can see in the case of phenol. This is the structure of phenol, and in phenol this OH is present there. So OH, this hydroxy group, O is having lone pair of electron. So these lone pair of electron will delocalize to this CO bond here, and when it delocalizes to this position, these pi electrons will delocalize from here to this carbon atom. Okay, so it will change with double bond, and this carbon site will attain negative charge. In the next structure, this negative charge will shift to this single bond, and this double bond shifted to next carbon site. So this carbon site is having a negative charge. Here this negative charge is shifted to this single bond here, and this double bond is transferred to next carbon. Okay, students, so next carbon is carrying negative charge here. At last this negative charge will form double bond here, and these double bond electrons go back to their initial position. So this final structure will form. So these five are the resonating structures or mesomeric structures of phenol. As you can see here, the double bond which is present here is enlarged in the form of single bond, and the single bond changes into double bond form. Okay, students, and the hybrid of these all five forms will be, you can write in this way. This is the hybrid structure of phenol. Okay, students, the next effect is minus R or minus M effect. So groups which are having unsaturated relation, means presence of double or triple bond, are minus R or minus M groups, they exert minus R or minus M effect. Means when these groups are present with benzene ring, they decrease the electron density of the benzene ring, as you can see in the case of nitrobenzene. So nitrobenzene, these pi electrons which are present between oxygen and nitrogen will shifted to this oxygen. Why? Because oxygen is more electronegative, so this will be shifted to here, and that is why these pi electrons of benzene ring will shifted to outside. So double bond will form here, and due to the delocalization of pi electrons, this positive carbon, this carbon site will become positively charged. In next, these pi electrons will shifted to this single bond. So due to this transfer of electron, this positive site neutralized and double bond will form, and this positive site shifted to third position from its initial position. 1 2 3, third position, so positive charge. The next double bond is transferred to here, and the positive charge shifted to third position. 1 2 3, here you can see here. In the next structure, these pi electrons will transfer to here, and this minus charge in its initial position. So a final structure of nitrobenzene. So again you can see here that double bond changes in the form of single bond, and single bond changes in the form of double bond. The resonance hybrid of nitrobenzene will be this one. Okay students. Then characteristics of mesomeric effect. First, it is a permanent effect, involves pi electrons and lone pair of electrons. Groups such as these are showing plus M or plus R effect, and such unsaturated groups are showing minus M or minus R effect. Then mesomeric effect affects the physical properties and rates of chemical reaction. Here difference is given. Electromeric effect is a temporary effect, mesomeric is permanent effect. Electromeric effect involves pi electrons only, but it's involve pi and non-bonded electrons, means lone pair electrons. It always suppose the reaction to occur, and it suppose or oppose the reaction to occur. It does not need conjugated system. Conjugated system means the system of pi electrons in alternate position, or system of pi and lone pair electrons in alternate position. So such systems are known as conjugated system, as present in benzene ring. It requires conjugated system of alternate double bond and single bonds. Okay students. Then next heading is hyperconjugation, which is also known as no bond resonance. No bond resonance. So resonance term again here, no bond resonance. Hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation is an extension of resonance. It may be regarded as no bond resonance. Resonance involves delocalization of pi electrons or pi electrons and non-bonding electrons of a heteroatom. In hyperconjugation, delocalization of sigma electrons of CH bond of an alkyl group which is attached to an atom of unsaturated system or an atom having empty p orbital. Okay students. So most important thing is that in hyperconjugation, transfer of delocalization of sigma CH bonds are taking place. Delocalization of electrons of sigma CH bonds is taking place in hyperconjugation, and due to this delocalization of sigma electrons, such relation after delocalization, this will not have any bond here. So that is why this is known as no bond resonance. Okay, so the most important point that hyperconjugation is shown by such organic units which are having which are having sigma CH bond in the form of alpha sigma CH bond. Alpha sigma CH bond means presence of such type of relations at the adjacent position of the double bond or any other electron deficient site. Okay students, so this is alpha position because this carbon is attached with this carbon, and this carbon is central carbon because it is attached with double bond. So this is the double bond and this is the carbon and this carbon. So adjacent carbon of this carbon will be known as alpha carbon. So hyperconjugation is shown by such compounds in which alpha carbon hydrogen relation are present. Alpha carbon hydrogen relation means carbon with hydrogen at adjacent carbon of the active site. Okay students, so what happens here? Hyperconjugation involves delocalization of sigma electrons of sigma CH bond of an alkyl group which is attached to an atom of unsaturated system to an atom having empty p orbital. Okay, so this relation is now having at this condition empty p orbital. It is having empty p orbital. So the conjugation of this relation with this bond. Okay students, hyperconjugation. So here you can see in this way, here in this structure, this is a positive site, carbon atom with positive charge. So here this carbon is having 1, 2 and 3 complete orbitals, and this fourth orbital is vacant orbital. This is vacant orbital. Okay students, but this vacant orbital is showing hyper overlap with the filled orbital of this carbon. Okay, and that is why this is known as, such type of overlapping of vacant and filled orbital is known as hyperconjugation. Okay students, so here the carbon atoms linked to CC double bond are called alpha carbon. So this carbon is alpha carbon. The hydrogen atoms attached to alpha carbon atoms are called alpha hydrogen atoms. Okay students, then it is important to note that although a free proton has been shown in the hyperconjugation structure of propene, the H plus is still bonded to the pi cloud and is not free to move. As you can see here, this bond, this hydrogen is free from here, but still it is bonded with the electron cloud, and this H plus cannot change its position. This H should be remain here only. Okay, no bond resonance or hyperconjugation. Orbital structure is there. Then after this, facts explained hyperconjugation effect. So first is stability of carbocations and free radicals. So greater the number of hyperconjugative structures, greater will be the stability of that carbonium ion or free radical. Okay students, greater the number of hyperconjugative structures, greater will be the stability of that unit. So in this case, this is the central atom, and this central atom is having 3 alpha carbon, and these alpha carbons are carrying 9 alpha hydrogens. So this unit can produce total 9 hyperconjugative structure. Okay students, 9 hyperconjugative structures. Here you can see this structure is having 3 plus 3, only 6 alpha hydrogen, and that is why this can create 6 hyperconjugative structure. It means this structure is more stable than this. And at last this one, this is having 3 plus 3, just 6 alpha. This structure is having it's not written properly, so students, it's written wrong, not correct. So if we will write in this way, then it will become wrong. So it should be in this form: CH2 CH2 CH3. So here the charge should be here, CH2. Okay students, at this position. So it will show now 4 structures are there. It means this structure is CH3 and CH2 plus. Okay, this is the structure only. So this structure you can see here that it is having this alpha carbon with 3 alpha hydrogen. So it can form 3 hyperconjugated structure. So 6 and 3. So it out of these 3, this one is the least stable. But here this structure CH2, this is having no alpha, CH3 carbonium ion, CH3 plus. So this is having no alpha carbon, so it will show 0 hyperconjugated structure and its stability will be least. So in this way you can count total number of hyperconjugative structure of a particular unit. The next is ortho and para directing nature of alkyl groups. We can explain this also on the basis of hyperconjugation. Okay students, so ortho and para directing nature of alkyl groups. So in benzene all the 6 positions are of similar in nature. All 6 positions are of similar in nature. It means any reagent which is coming inside can join any of the site of benzene ring. Okay, so this compound will form. But after the formation of a compound, if next reagent want to join this benzene ring, so the reagent or group which is present already in benzene ring will direct to the incoming second reagent that at which position this group has to be attached itself. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, यानी कि बेंजीन रिंग में जो पहले से जुड़ा हुआ रिएजेंट है, जो फर्स्ट रिएजेंट आया जुड़ने के लिए, उसके लिए ऑल 6 पोजीशंस वो सेम, वो कहीं से भी जुड़ गया. बट इसके जुड़ने के बाद जो सेकंड रिएजेंट आ रहा है वो चाहे सेम हो या डिफरेंट हो, जब वो बेंजीन रिंग से जुड़ने आएगा तो पहले से बैठा हुआ रिएजेंट बाद में आने वाले रिएजेंट को बेंजीन रिंग में उसकी पोजीशन के लिए डायरेक्ट करेगा. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि एक रिएजेंट के जुड़ने के बाद, किसी एक पोजीशन से रिएजेंट के जुड़ने के बाद बेंजीन रिंग की जो बची हुई पोजीशन होती हैं वो डिसिमिलर हो जाती हैं. जब तक ये रिएजेंट यहाँ नहीं था ऑल 6 पोजीशंस ऑफ बेंजीन रिंग वो सेम, बट इसके जुड़ने के बाद ये सभी पोजीशंस कैसी हो गई? डिफरेंट हो गई. तो अब डिफरेंट हो गई तो ये जो जिस पोजीशन से ये जुड़ा हुआ है इसके जो 2 एडजेसेंट पोजीशन है, इन पोजीशंस को कहते हैं ऑर्थो पोजीशन, ORTHO, ऑर्थो पोजीशन. नेक्स्ट टू आर नोन एज मेटा पोजीशन, META, और स्मॉल है मेटा पोजीशन. एंड जो लास्ट पोजीशन बचती है दैट इज़ नोन एज पैरा पोजीशन. तो सभी जो पोजीशंस हैं वो डिसिमिलर हो जाती हैं. अगर आप बेंजीन रिंग को ऐसे ड्रॉ करते हो, सपोज ये ड्रॉ किया हमने और जो ग्रुप है वो ये लगा हुआ है, पहला ग्रुप ये आके लग गया, तो अभी जो पोजीशंस बच रही हैं उसमें इस ग्रुप से जो एडजेसेंट दो पोजीशन हैं इन्हें ऑर्थो पोजीशन कहेंगे, ओ से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे या ORTHO ऑर्थो। नेक्स्ट टू जो होंगी वो मेटा हो जाएंगी और लास्ट जो क्या हो जाएगी, पैरा हो जाएगी। ठीक है बच्चों, तो जो एल्काइल ग्रुप्स होते हैं जब वो बेंजीन रिंग में पहले से आके जुड़ जाते हैं तो उनकी प्रेजेंस में बाद में आने वाले ग्रुप्स को जो है ना ऑर्थो पोजीशन पर या पैरा पोजीशन पर जाना होता है। ऐसा क्यों होता है, इसको एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन। कैसे एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, इस तरह से देखिए इधर, यहाँ पर जो बेंजीन रिंग से जुड़ा हुआ मेथाइल ग्रुप होता है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर इन नेचर होता है, और जितने भी इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर ग्रुप्स होते हैं जो रिंग को इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करते हैं वो ऑर्थो पैरा डायरेक्टिंग होते हैं, और जो इलेक्ट्रॉन डिफिशिएंट ग्रुप होते हैं यानी जो बेंजीन रिंग से इलेक्ट्रॉन लेंगे वो मेटा डायरेक्टिंग इफेक्ट शो करते हैं। ओके, तो जो मिथाइल ग्रुप है वो ड्यू टू हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर नेचर शो करता है, वो रिंग को इलेक्ट्रॉन देता है। यहाँ देखिए ये बॉन्ड के इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ और इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर का काम कर रहा है मिथाइल ग्रुप, इसलिए मिथाइल ग्रुप क्या होता है, ऑर्थो पैरा डायरेक्टिंग होता है। और इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर का काम क्यों कर पा रहा है, ड्यू टू द हाइपर कॉन्जुगेशन। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, देन नेक्स्ट इफेक्ट इज शॉर्टनिंग ऑफ CC बॉन्ड एडजेसेंट टू CC डबल बॉन्ड। तो CC डबल बॉन्ड के बगल में जो बॉन्ड होगा सिंगल बॉन्ड उसमें भी पार्शियल डबल बॉन्ड कैरेक्टर आ जाएगा, और इसलिए एडजेसेंट सिंगल बॉन्ड भी क्या होगा, वो डबल बॉन्ड कैरेक्टर की वजह से प्योर सिंगल बॉन्ड ना हो करके पार्शियल डबल बॉन्ड होगा, और इसलिए उसकी बॉन्ड लेंथ भी क्या होगी, कम होगी। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच।